We are back with another edition of the Quarantinecast. I am joined by someone on the opposite side of the world. It is 10 p.m. here. It is 9 a.m. there. They got up early for this, so I am super grateful. It's ONE Championship Strawweight Champion, Joshua Pacio. How are you doing?
Woo, how are we doing, guys? Good.
So first things first, man. Thank you for getting up early to do this interview. It means a lot. I'm a big fan of yours. So I appreciate it.
Thank you. It's a privilege to having me here and to share my journey, my MMA journey to you guys.
So I guess first things first, I'm in Canada. So here the world's still kind of in lockdown with the pandemic. What's it like there in the Philippines?
Yeah, some areas of the Philippines are still in lockdown, but here in Baguio City, Philippines, Benguet, it's a little bit. You can move, you can go to the gym, train. So yeah, not unlike last year. It's very hard, very hard. You find ways to train.
So what has your training been like the past year? Obviously now it's back to normal, but before that, were you doing like more stuff outside? Were you doing more cardio? What sorts of things were you doing?
Like last year?
Yeah.
Last year is very hard, you can't go out, so it's like doing some fitness training only, like home exercise, like doing push-ups. You can't even go outside and run, so it's hard. So it's like that, just push-ups, body weight exercises.
So you're back to kind of the normal now. You're back proper training. You're back in the gym. It's been a while since we've seen you inside a cage. How excited are you to possibly return back to the ring and fight again?
Man, it's been like more than a year since my last bout, so it's hard. But I'm very excited to go back there and show more improved Joshua Pacio. Can't wait, man. Can't wait.
Your last fight was back in 2020, but it was an unbelievable fight. As someone who was in there, how do you assess your performance going back? I'm sure you would have liked to knock him out or finish him, but It was an absolute war. So when you look back on it, how do you view your performance?
For me, yeah, you're right. I'm looking for a finish. I want to finish the fight like round 3 or round 4, but I didn't finish it. So, and it's a split decision, man. But for me, I'm not thinking about the on how I didn't finish the fight. I'm thinking about the experience that I get. Sharing the cage with third degree black belt is an privilege for me. I can assess of where my level is, and I can assess my weaknesses, and of course to add up to my strength, and that's it. It's a privilege to fight with Alex Silva.
Now you're two-time strawweight champion there at ONE Championship. What does it mean to you to be able to say I'm a two-time ONE Championship at only 25 years old?
I don't know, man, but for me, I'm not thinking about that. I want to still, defend the title more, and I'm just, concentrating more on how can I level up my game, like even 1% a day to improve more, not just as champion, but of course as a martial artist.
So, like you said, your last fight went to a split decision. It was against a very, very dangerous opponent on the ground. What's the biggest lesson you took from that fight?
Biggest lesson is in MMA. For me, I'm just more on defensive in the defensive area. I'm thinking that he's a black belt, and I can't I'm on defensive, even in takedown. So I have no confidence on taking him down or what you call this, attempting a submission. So that's what I've learned. Uh, this is MMA, and even your opponent is a black belt. You do what you want and attempt take him down. So the confidence is not there in that fight. So that's the lesson that I've learned.
I love it. I mean, you've experienced losses in the past. What was the biggest lessons you learned from those? Because I mean, you've grown as a fighter tremendously since your first loss to Naito. What's been the biggest growth for you in your career? Do you feel?
One factor is that, like what I've said, I'm more on the first fight with Naito. I'm on thinking that he's very good in grappling, so we're gonna do a takedown defense, keep on the fight standing. So it's my advantage. And when he come takedown defense. So I have no confidence on my ground game. I have no confidence on my wrestling. So um, after that loss, go back to the drawing board and put in a lot of work, improving my ground game, improving my wrestling. So that's what you are watching now on my fights. And I want to improve more, improve more.
I mean, you showed that in the rematch against Naito. You've also showed growth in the rematch against Saruta. So you've improved. Anytime you lose, you go on and perform better in the rematch. Obviously, both of those fights are 1-1. You won one. They won one. I'm assuming those are ones that you want. I'm assuming you'd want to settle the score there. I mean, are those two fights that are that interest you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ranking now in one show division, and Saruta is the number one. So it should be nice if we settle the score. A trilogy would be great. Trilogy would be great with Saruta. So
Yeah,
we know each other well because we fought two times. He defeated me by a split decision and defeated him via knockout. So trilogy would be nice.
there was another fight, and I want to mention it. Demetric Johnson recently lost at 135 pounds, and he can easily make that weight. And I'm assuming that's a big name. It's a recognizable name. Is that a fight that interests you as well? Possibly, having him come down and to fight you for the belt.
Well, yeah, if he can come down and show it, that would be great. To test myself against a world class um, athlete. And honestly, he's my idol since I was high school. So I was watching him since the beginning of my career. So, man, that would be great.
What does that feel like? I mean, I'm 25. We're both the same age. What's it like to compete at that level against people that you admire, like Demetrius Johnson, like Saruta, these people that are legends of the sport? What does it feel like to go in there and compete against those people?
Man, for me, it's a privilege. It's that moments you can cherish it forever, even if you are if I'm old now. I can tell a story to my grandkids, and that would be awesome. And sharing the experience with this great athletes, Saruta, Demetrius, will be life awesome life moments.
When you look back, you started in martial arts at just 11 years old. You started in kickboxing and then made your way into mixed martial arts. What was that like going from kickboxing and strictly stand up to incorporating it all? What was it like incorporating all the different aspects of mixed martial arts?
um you know because I enjoy learning, and I enjoy learning different martial arts, and that's what I do. First, yeah, Muay Thai and kickboxing with my uncle, and we learned wushu under Team Lakay, and that's the time I entered Team Lakay. So we learned wushu. Wushu is have a takedown, punches, kicks, but no grounds. Okay, so that's the wushu. So it's great. Wushu Sanshu is you have a base now to fight in MMA. So it's great. And then next, I learned grounds and MMA wrestling. So mixing things up, I enjoyed it and keep learning. That's it.
I know your journey is super inspiring for people who haven't watched it. ONE Championship has it out on their YouTube. It's a super inspiring story. How you grew up, your dad moved away and came back, and what does it mean to have him back and experience this part of your life and your career? What's it like sharing that with him?
It's good, man. Right now we're coping up the years that is not here. So this time, last year the last fight with Alex Silva. That's the first time that he watched my fight live in ONE Championship. So he's there in a VIP section, very very nervous, and he has this water bottle in his hand. And after my fight, he didn't notice that he cracked that water bottle like this. So no, um, I love seeing him enjoy the moments and to show him that I a new Joshua Pacio and improved and more matured because of martial arts.
Yeah, I think 100%. I think a lot of people don't understand how martial arts can really
Mhm.
change your life. I just started jujitsu. For
Wow.
you, yeah, I know. I'm still a white belt, still a white belt, but I started, you know. So,
Yeah.
what's it? How has it changed you? And do you feel like martial arts, in a way, kind of shaped you into the person you are today?
Like first of all, I started martial arts because I was fat, and I just wanted to be fit. That's all. And my uncle introduced me to this kickboxing and Muay Thai, and this the time train. I can barely do 5 push-ups. So looking back, it's very hard. But the time I started, I enjoyed it. Even if it is hard, I'm enjoying it. And then just 2 weeks that I trained, he put me already in a amateur competition. So I lost, but man, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being in the ring. I enjoyed being cutting punches in the face. So yeah, I think this is my calling, and that's the time that I'm into martial arts.
It most certainly is. I mean, this is your calling. You're a two-time champion. You're the strawweight champion of the world. Um, on top of all that, you get to represent the Philippines, and you're currently the only one champion from the Philippines, and I think you're the only world champion from Philippines in all of mixed martial arts. What does that mean to you?
Like for me, I'm here to inspire the next generation. Not only in martial arts that they can be a champion, they can be a champion in their own career. Becoming an engineer, becoming a doctor, you can be a champion in that. So it's not the age that will tell you that you can be a um, successful man. So you just put on the hard work, put on the sacrifices, the time if you really want to be champion in your own chosen profession. And that's the secret, hard work, discipline.
I love it. I love that message. And I did notice that you were doing a stream on your Instagram.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What exactly is this for? I see that it's for a cause. What's the cause that you did the stream for?
Oh, we're doing this coming Friday, to help, children to get, Wi-Fi connections for their schools, for their schooling, for their studies. So we're doing it. We're playing Mobile Legends, Mobile Legends. So did you play that? in
I've never
Canada.
played it. I've
Oh
never
yeah,
played it. I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
you should try it, man. So yeah, we're playing Mobile Legends. Me, Kuya Edward Fulayang, Brandon Vera, and Kevin Bellingham. So we're doing that stream, and sometimes we do stream for a cause.
I love it. I think that's an amazing thing you're doing. And then lastly, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank or any shout outs to any sponsors and if you have a social media you'd like to plug before we end it?
Yeah. First of all, thank you for having me here, and um, thank you for all our fans, Team Lakay fans who are there in our ups, not just in our ups, but in our downs. So thank you for your support and prayers. Continue to support us because you are our strength. So, thank you very much, and God bless you all.